From 5 News, I'm meteorologist Stephen Elmore. This is your 5+ extended forecast. Veterans Day is on Monday. We are expecting plenty of sunshine, temperatures into those upper 60s and low 70s. And when it comes to the winds, not too much, only around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Should be overall a really nice start to the work week and a nice day for all of our veterans out there. Calm pattern continues throughout most of this upcoming work week. Really no major changes to talk about outside of Wednesday. We could see a few scattered showers throughout the day. Overall, totals aren't looking like it's going to be too much. Less than 1/4 of an inch of rain is expected. I think Wednesday's dry throughout most of the day. Once we get into the midday, into the early afternoon, we could see a few stray showers here and there. Outside of that, calm pattern continues throughout most of this week. Daytime highs really don't change much, and for the most part, we remain pretty dry. Heading into tomorrow morning for Veterans Day, if you're getting up early tomorrow, there may be some fog across northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, some spots of low visibility. Not expecting much, but some patchy fog should be expected through the morning hours with plenty of sunshine throughout the day. Should see that burn off pretty quickly. Here's a look at your Veterans Day forecast for tomorrow. Temperatures expected to top out into those 70s. Comfortable throughout the day. Sunset a little bit early now. So again, getting used to that time change still. Overall, looks like it's going to be not only a nice start to the work week, but also a really nice day for all those veterans out there. Those winds for tomorrow, not too bad. Only around 5 to 10 miles per hour. I think some gusts could reach up close to that 10-mile-an-hour mark. Overall, not too much to talk about. Very calm start to the work week. And that trend continues throughout most of this week. Again, temperatures don't fluctuate very much, right around those upper 60s and low 70s. You see the change there for Wednesday by a few degrees because of those rain chances that come in. And we stick around with that cooler pattern through the end of the work week before we head into what looks to be a pretty similar forecast for next weekend. Across the River Valley, temperatures right around those upper 60s and low 70s throughout most of this upcoming work week. That change coming for Wednesday and Thursday. Some cooler air comes in with those rain chances. Don't expect much of a change outside of some stray showers throughout Wednesday midday into the early afternoon. Another rain chance comes in by the time we get to the end of next weekend. Morning temperatures over the next several days. Might need a light jacket out there, especially across northwest Arkansas. Temperatures more than likely going to stay outside of the 30s, really hovering around those low 40 territory over the next several days. We'll see some cooler air coming in for the end of the week as well. Again, Thursday might be the day where we could see some upper 30s outside to start off our morning. Across the River Valley, morning temperatures as you head out the door for school or for work the rest of this work week, starting off into those low to mid 40s. So you know, if you're sensitive to the cold or not, you might need a light jacket as you head out the door before you shut it off heading into the afternoon. Rain chances not much to talk about, right? Wednesday, again, is our only day we're going to have some of those rain chances. I think it's going to be scattered in nature, and I think it mainly looks to be sometime in the afternoon into the early evening hours. When it comes for our next rain chance after that, that comes by the time we get to the end of the weekend. I know you see it on Saturday right there. Saturday, there is a stray chance for a shower late in the evening. I think most of the rainfall comes by the time we get to next Sunday. Still far out, so that could change before we get there. Here's a look at Wednesday's rain chance. Again, we're going to see a front coming through. It's going to bring some rain chances. This model has it arriving a little bit earlier. I think the target time right now is anywhere between late morning hours through the afternoon to the early evening. Right around the midday is when I would expect that rain to come in. Scattered in nature, and by the time we get to Wednesday nights, already seeing that rain clear out and some cooler air is left behind. And it's also going to be clear as well, that cold front clearing out all that cloud coverage. Here's a look at what we're expecting for mid to late November. Above average temperatures are expected. But the good news is those rain chances remain pretty consistent over the next several days. Again, not only do we have a rain chance Wednesday, but another one coming for the end of the weekend as well. That's going to keep the drought monitor looking not too bad. That's going to keep some vegetation alive as well. After all the rainfall that we saw this weekend, I know I've noticed it. All that grass that was dead and yellow, starting to see some of that color come back. Some green grass starting to come back into the area as well. When it comes to the leaves, it's kind of too late for that. Here's where some changes come in. Late November, it still says above average temperatures when it comes to the Climate Prediction Center, but I wouldn't take this map for granted because it's considered above average temperatures for late November. So we're going to be seeing a cold blast of air, what looks like from what we see on the models, later on in the month, targeting a few days where it could get below freezing once again. When it comes to precipitation chance, it's highlighting that cold front that's going to bring those rain chances sometime between, let's say, November 20th and November 23rd. Another cold front's coming in. It's going to bring the chances of some more rain, but also it's going to bring in some much cooler air out of Canada, and that's going to start to feel a little bit more like late fall. So here's those target dates for you again. Between November 20th and November 23rd, temperatures look to be, in the long-range data, dropping below freezing again, talking about those upper 20s and low 30s. For those morning temperatures, daytime highs look to be around those 40s. Again, this is some fall weather. Cold front coming in could bring a storm chance. We're still way too far out from that. But anytime we see a big temperature change, that sometimes results in maybe seeing some thunderstorms along with it as well. We are in our secondary storm season. First one comes in the fall. Next one comes into November, when we start to see the seasons changing once again, is usually when we have that second storm season. So again, stick with us for the next several days and into next week as we fine-tune this forecast. But if you're planning on leaving a little bit early for Thanksgiving, heading to that family destination in between these dates, definitely between the 20th and 23rd, that's what we could see, cold front coming in. You might need to pack accordingly if you are planning on leaving the area, because while we're going to be seeing some temperatures dropping below freezing, if you're heading up north, we could be talking about well below freezing as you go see that family for the holiday. Northwest Arkansas over the next 7 days, pretty calm pattern around here, and that's a good thing for us. Lots of sunshine over the next couple of days. Temperatures only tapping out into those low 70s. The only change we have this work week is some low rain chances coming for Wednesday. That's going to bring in some cooler air as well, and that lingers through the rest of the work week. By the time we get to next weekend, maybe a scattered shower late Saturday night, but really the next rain chance after that, and it's looking pretty healthy right now. It's going to be for the end of next weekend. Sunday looks like we're going to see the chances of some more of that heavier rainfall back into the forecast. We took a look at the Climate Prediction Center, that precipitation outlook. This is a good thing for us, not like what we had the extremes so far, where we went from extreme drought to lots of rainfall all at one time. Some steady rainfall every couple of days is exactly the kind of forecast that we want for this time of year. Across the River Valley, Veterans Day for tomorrow. Lots of celebrations going on across the area. Of course, much thanks from 5 News to all of those veterans out there celebrating the holiday on Monday. Here's a little treat for you. It's going to be fantastic outside for those veterans on Monday. Temperatures only topping out into the low 70s. Lots of sunshine and not much of the way of any wind to talk about. Almost a picture-perfect start to a work week. And of course, for those veterans on Monday, calm pattern continues through Tuesday. Wednesday, we see a slight change coming in. Again, some scattered showers throughout the day can be expected. Not much in the way of any heavy rainfall, though. Most rainfall estimate models have it staying below 1/4 of an inch. Good news is cooler air lasts throughout the end of the work week. By the time we get to next weekend, that's when that next rain chance is going to be coming in. And then, of course, talking about the long-range data between November 20th and November 23rd, we are highlighting a big cool down coming back and temperatures potentially below freezing by the time we get to late November. Until then, comfortable outside to start off the work week, and thank you to all of our veterans out there. From 5 News, I'm Meteorologist Stephen Elmore. That's your 5+ extended forecast.